Hello, hola, konnichiwa, and welcome back to the Dollhouse with another video by yours truly. Anyways, before we get started on this video, I would like to do a little self-promo very quickly. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more of my content, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to turn on all notifications so you won't miss out on what I have in store for y'all in the future. So let's begin. After working on that TFA bulkhead video for my birthday, I also want to do something fun and relaxing while I am working on May's video. If y'all know me by now, you know that I am a huge animated Optimus x Prowl shipper. So you may be asking, why ship them both together? Such a peculiar ship. To that I say, I know it sounds strange, but once I explain why I ship them together, then hopefully you'll understand why. The best case scenario is that someone joins the ship, for I am the captain of this vessel and Emily, aka the Nightmare Girl, is my first mate. As a treat, I'll explain why they make such a cute couple when you really think hard about how much they have in common and how surprisingly close they have gotten throughout the series. By the way, this video contains key spoilers from the show in terms of each respective character's backstory and how their story ended. If you haven't seen the show, please watch before watching this video. It's free to watch on Tubi. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, Pingu. Both Optimus and Prowl have very similar backstories, with the only difference being how they arrived and how they handle the outcomes of a huge event that changed their lives forever. They were once individuals who are extremely talented in their respective fields and have the potential that their older father figures saw, and because of that potential, they were taken under their respective mentors' wings. In contrast to Optimus's presumably well-off upbringing, considering his background as an elite guard cadet, Prowl started off as an outcast who refused to enter the war draft and presumably lived alone before entering the dojo. Eventually, both of them endured a horrible tragedy that ended their once promising futures. Optimus not only lost one of his closest friends in the Arca 7 accident, but also lost the respect of his mentor, Ultra Magnus, and his place in the Elite Guard Academy. He is reduced to a space bridge crew member with the title of Prime being a sort of condolence by Magnus, who still saw potential in him. Prowl went away from the dojo for his Cyber Ninja quest and came home to a horrific scene of the protoform stolen and his father figure near death on the ground. He lost the one person who gave him a chance when nobody else would, and this triggers a self-imposed exile out of shame over failing to protect the protoforms and Yokotron from the assailant. The loss of their roles in society and being drifted from a key father figure in their lives is the most defining similarity that ties these two together. Now on their own in their own respective ways, they struggle how to cope with these traumatic events. While Optimus has the benefit of having Ratchet B and Bulkhead as companions, Prowl had nobody to confide in with regards to how he's feeling. They both thought themselves alone in their struggles until that fateful day on that asteroid.
My ship! Now how am I supposed to get off this spark-forsaken rock?
Easy. We can transport you once we're finished in this sector. Shouldn't be long, 50 or 60 stellar cycles tops. Of course, if you lend a servo, it might speed things up.
You expect me to be a common maintenance bot?
That's my best offer. Take it or leave it.
First I failed to protect the protoforms, and now this! Do you have any idea what it's like to embark on a path, only to find it so completely twisted and turned that you have no idea where you are?
Oddly enough, I do.
I've ended part 1 on this specific scene because of one point. These two became the most meaningful relationship, second in the show overall, because all they need is someone who is there for them. What Prowl needed is someone who empathizes with his pain as a result of his trauma, for he was so used to dealing with everything on his own. He puts up a wall of isolation and coldness so he won't ever go through losing someone again and endure the same cycle of shame and ostracization. Optimus reached out to him not only as someone who is familiar with where Prowl is coming from, but as someone who's also in need of a person who understands him regarding his own pain as a result of his trauma. At first, Prowl resisted Prime's attempts at befriending him from a mix of his arrogance and struggle to move on. He always insisted on being the lone wolf in the pilot episode, even when danger faced them all. However, after the incident with the giant roach on Earth, he then makes the effort in opening up to the others.
Maybe Ultra Magnus was right. Maybe I'm not programmed to be a hero.
You're not alone. A wise bot once told me a machine is stronger than its component parts. Only I had to learn that the hard way.
Both Prowl and Prime grew close over the course of the story, something that took me a while to notice until I started to rewatch the series multiple times. There are always scenes standing next to each other, and Prowl is the other person Optimus have banter and chemistry with, besides Ratchet and his ex-friend/rival Sentinel Prime. You see them interact and you see them disagree on aspects, but despite their bickering, you see them support each other in times of crisis. They're each other's cheerleaders, something that they both needed in their respective arcs. Hell, even their relationship gets tested in the episode A Fistful of Energon, where Prowl nearly gets corrupted morally by a lockdown, and he disobeys Prime's orders repeatedly in trying to find Starscream, until the consequences of his actions bite him in the end. After these small hiccups, their relationship is stronger than ever, and this eventually culminates in perhaps one of the most heartbreaking scenes in Transformers history. When Megatron made his last stand against the bots, both Prime and Prowl teamed up in taking on the Lugnut Supremes. The flashback is a beautiful payoff to their relationship and what they've gone through in their arcs. We have two individuals who fully healed from their trauma and found a family with the others, including each other. They're now comfortable with working together and they work well at the end. Well, I hope nothing really bad happens to them at the end of this finale. Nothing sure to cause trauma on millions of children. God fucking damn it!
Street, and everybody's okay!
Not everybody.
Prowl!
He gave up his spot to save us.
No!
This scene has always stuck with me to adulthood because my words alone cannot describe how fucking devastating it is. It's devastating not only because of how we saw Prowl change for the better as a person and move from his past pain of losing everything, but it's also devastating because Optimus lost the very first person who believes in him no matter what, and someone whom he can empathize with because of their shared trauma. He lost one of his closest friends to Megatron, and God, this scene never fails to make me cry no matter how many times I rewatch the series. You may be asking after all this rambling, Val, what is your conclusion? My answer is that Optimus and Prowl's relationship is much more meaningful than most people think it is. It is a relationship that is not only wholesome, but utterly heartbreaking through how it ultimately ended. They were broken individuals who found companionship and comfort in each other as a result of their trauma, and they became better people in the end. Thus, it's been a crucial ship that had never fails to make me go from "Aw" to "Ah!" Anyways, in conclusion, join the ship if you want to, lads. I and my girl Emily will always welcome new arrivals to this beautifully tragic ship. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to me ramble about gay robots from Transformers Animated. Remember to like and subscribe if you like to watch more of my content. Once again, thank you for tuning back to the Dollhouse, boyos, girls, non-binary pals, and dudes. Goodbye!